Yeah, this next part, you gotta be really precise with what you're hitting with a hammer. Actually, couldn't find a hammer, so we're gonna use a hatchet for right now. And just chipped some paint off on that one, but. All right, so the other day we built the chopper table. You guys all saw that. If you didn't, go back and check that video out. But when I pulled the E36 back in the garage, I kind of noticed that the whole car was like leaning. So yeah, it might be a little bit hard to tell on camera. This corner is lower than this corner. And I haven't really been giving it much attention recently, so we're gonna straighten the fitment out, roll the fenders. You'll see how I do that. But yeah, I'm gonna measure from the center bore to the fender, see which one's sitting weird if it is, and then I'm gonna pull the back wheels off and roll the rear fenders because I had a little bit of rub going over like some bigger bumps. Nothing too big, so I'll be able to get that done here. It's freezing in New Jersey, obviously. I got the overalls on. I got the wood stove going. So yeah, we're just gonna get into this today and see what we find. So we're gonna grab a tape measure and we're gonna measure from somewhere that's easy to pick out to the fender. I'm gonna make note. So that one's like 9.25 inches from the top of the bore to the fender. That one's like 9.25. I never really dialed in the suspension on this car after I put it in. So this isn't too much of a surprise to me that it's doing this. There you go. That one's low. That one's like 8.25, 8.5. So that one either needs to come up. The tire doesn't look flat or anything. I guess I should check the tire pressure before you do all this. But the tire looks fine to me. Hold on, I gotta put you guys down somewhere. And this one's 9.25. So yeah, that back passenger is definitely. So yeah, after measuring them all up, that back passenger whole entire corner is sitting about an inch lower than the rest of the car. I'm definitely gonna just raise that corner up rather than lowering the rest because I actually really like the way it sits right now. So yeah, let's get it jacked up. I'll check the air pressure in it, make sure it's not like a flat tire or something. And yeah, we'll start pulling the wheels off and get that adjusted. So you get the wheels off the ground. I'm gonna pull the wheel off. I believe I left the adjuster in the rear springs on this car. I'm kind of drawing a blank if that was on my red car, this one that I took them out. So we're gonna pull these lugs off, pull the wheel off, and see if we can adjust it up a little tiny bit, and then we'll roll the fenders a little bit. So you can see it back there in the spring. The adjuster is still in this car. So I gotta drop this corner real quick, drop the control arm bolt out, lower it down, and then adjust that little perch up. I'll show you, it's threaded. You can see it back there. But yeah, it's threaded. I'm gonna just jack it up a little bit, try to get this thing to sit flat. So yeah, I got the knuckle, ignore the yellow paint all over the knuckle, but I got it jacked up. I like to use these little junk jacks to jack suspension up. It's a lot easier than getting a bulky one out. So I just got to rip that bolt out in the bottom shock, and then I should be able to adjust the height on this corner. It really wasn't too tight. That's kind of scary, but we'll make sure it goes in tight. Let's see if we can get this spring out by hand. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. So this is what I'm talking about. You got your threaded insert for your spring. We're gonna back it off a little bit. We're gonna raise this corner up. So that means we're gonna go this way with it. We're just gonna go up a little bit. Not really a science, and as you can see, these aren't too hard to adjust really. I'm not too worried about doing this more than once. Goes right back there in your perch. Put the spring back in. Spring only fits in one way, so it's hard to get that messed up. Yeah, your spring's in, your perch is in. Just push down on the knuckle. Get yourself all situated. You're gonna go ahead and jack this knuckle back up. Jack that up until your knuckle lines up with your shock. And your shock will move a little bit so you can get it all lined up there. So that bolt's gonna thread through there. And run it tight. And the height should be adjusted on the car now. we're gonna check that and see what it looks like. So, yeah, that's definitely more even now. You're not gonna be able to see it outside, it's pitch black. But it's sitting pretty flat now, sitting pretty straight. I like that. All right, so now that I raised carb a little bit, got it sitting more even. Like I said, when I was driving it the couple times I did, I got a little rub in the rear of the car. So I'm gonna roll the fenders on this. If you're a purist or uptight, I'd probably turn the video off now because I'm not buying a fender roller. I'm gonna beat him to shit with a hammer just to bend the lip in a little tiny bit up top because that's where it was rubbing. To be honest, I'm not buying a $100 or $200 fender roller. I've heard that the Amazon ones are shit. I'm just not paying money for that when I can just beat it with a hammer. People are like, oh, you gotta be careful with this. You gotta do this the right way. I don't really care that much. I've never really broken anything doing this. If I do, I'll learn my lesson today. So I don't know if you can see up in there, you got that metal lip. Looks like somebody already kind of beat it at one point, but it's not flat enough. They didn't really do the best job at it, so we're really gonna beat it. Let's chip some paint off on that one, but fuck it. I think that'll do. Yeah, you can see the lip definitely got crushed up a little bit. So hopefully the tire won't rub anymore. It was very minimal, but still, I'd rather the car be drivable. I know this seems a little stupid to do, like what is he doing? But this quarter right here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. This quarter is already starting to rot right here. So in the future, this car will probably get some sort of flare. Like maybe like E36 flare, something like subtle. I don't want to go like full over fender rivet on bullshit. So yeah, the car's definitely sitting way more level now. Super happy about that. Looks good. So yeah, we're gonna call this a wrap. I'm gonna disconnect the ground wire too, so hopefully it doesn't keep dying all the time. Yeah, that's why I'm not too horribly worried about the paint on this. It's got to get body work. The car's been resprayed before, so it's not like the biggest deal if I chip some paint off. Right, so I spared you guys the heartbreak. I didn't even film me beating this side in, but the lips on the inside of the fenders both look good. I don't think we'll have any rub issues anymore. I'm gonna go ahead, throw the wheel back on this thing, tighten all the lug nuts up, put it on the ground, make sure it's all sitting even, which I already checked it is. I ordered parts for this car this week, some more maintenance stuff, some more fun stuff coming too. Mason's got some pretty cool news about his shovel head, so that'll be probably the next video that I upload. Thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around. Drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe if you already aren't, and we'll see you on the next one.